Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 25 chat.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Yes, it's episode 18, and it was a 2-hour episode, and I just realized, Bowie Jane, is she even still on the show?
She was barely in this episode.
I don't think she was in this episode at all. I didn't hear her talk once.
I think she's just in the background. She was a background actor. Yeah. Oh no.
I'm not even in the episode.
Yeah. Well, better luck next time.
Alright, well, last time Cameron, the HOH, nominated Iggy and Felicia.
Iggy and Felicia. What show are you watching?
The inside of my eyelids.
Okay, so he nominated Izzy and Felicia.
He did a damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge deal because he lied to everyone and said he was going to be putting up Blue and Jag, and then he did not.
Well, here, I'm going to demonstrate with the top of Maddie's oatmeal canister here.
Oh, yeah, it was not your traditional nomination ceremony.
You got a pie in the face if you were safe. And it was weird. It was like baptism by pie. It was like...
No, I don't like it. Yeah, the way he did it by like holding the back of everyone's head.
And then...
It was very weird. Yeah, very, very weird. But anyway, he was very pleased with himself because
Legend 25 is dead.
Yeah, I mean, after they voted out the love of his life,
Time
Red.
of death, the beginning of the alliance.
Yeah, really, I mean, it started out as like pretty much a fake alliance.
A joke.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that alliance is donezo. Cameron is ready to make some moves here.
Mm-hmm. Izzy's not worried. Iggy's not worried either.
She should maybe be worried. I mean, you're on the block. It's not nothing. You know, I'm sure she feels confident next to Felicia, but still, like... Felicia's
pissed. She's got a little fire lit under her butt.
Yeah. She said, I'm going to get that veto.
And I'm going to get you, Cameron.
All right, well, Felicia goes and talks to Cameron in the HOH room.
Yeah, and she totally threw Iggy and Siri under the bus.
This is my nightmare. Yeah, she wasted no time being like, all right, this is what happened with the vote for Red. We were actually going to be voting out Jag, which is not true. But that's what she believes to be true because she was being lied to that morning.
She was out of that loop.
Yeah, and she says, Sari and Izzy came to me like an hour and a half before the vote, and they said...
We want to flip it.
Well, they said Red is calling you unreliable or whatever and saying you need to go. You're a liability. So... Then they decided to flip the vote, even though that's not how it actually went down.
Daddy Cameron said,
no!
Don't worry, you're not the target.
Well, he also had the plan to tell both Felicia and Izzy that they're not, neither one of them are the target, because he wants as much chaos this week as possible. And
chaos can.
It happened, yeah.
Yeah.
There was plenty of chaos to go around.
Absolutely. All right, so now... Cameron and Iggy. She hates him.
She's got to swallow her pride because, yeah, she is done with Cameron.
She's got to put some latex on her lips because she's got some major ass to kiss in that room and she hates him.
Well, they were both slinging some BS in this conversation because he was like, oh, this is perfect. It's going to hide how close we are. And she's like, yeah, like this will allow us to cut the BS moving forward, blah, blah, blah. So again, Cameron's telling Izzy, you're not my target. But
you are.
She's like, I have a hard time believing that. We all do. Because Izzy is 100% Cameron's target this week.
What about Iggy?
Yes, it's a tie.
Iggy's worried that Siri is his real target, though.
Well, because
there's a bigger fish out there, and it's Siri.
Cameron randomly was like, I love Siri. And the way that Izzy responded, she was like, well, I love Siri, too. Like, it felt like it was a competition. But she was like...
It probably is to her.
Yeah, well, the fact that he even brought Siri up, Izzy's like, uh-oh.
I'm your number one fan.
He might be targeting my mommy. Yeah.
Mama Fields.
All right. Well, you know who's super excited about these nominations?
America!
Yeah, she's been wanting this for weeks now.
America the Beautiful.
Yes.
And Corey.
So she's super pumped that Cameron decided to make this move.
She's living.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what she would do.
Yeah. I mean, she's been waiting, right? Because she's been thrown under the bus so many times by that group. You know, they've been using her as a scapegoat, and now something's happening here.
Karma's a cat in my lap, purring because it loves me.
All right. Well, Sari also went and had a one-on-one chat with Cameron because she's like, oh shit, 2 of my really close allies are up on the block. I need to make sure that I'm not also going to go on the block at some point this week. Yeah, she was like, I can be your girl, like, I can bring you information, but it needs to stay here. And he's like, you're good, don't worry. And she was like, but would I go up as a replacement? And he was like,
I don't know.
You're good, don't worry.
Alright, so Iggy tells Siri, if she wins the veto...
Stop saying their names wrong!
She's not going to use it!
Oh my god!
Because
okay.
She is your stalker.
Rule number 1 for Big Brother, if you are up on the block and you win the power of veto...
You use that veto on yourself.
You use it on yourself. But she's all like, no, I can't risk you going up. I just know you would go up as the replacement nominee. Which is true, but like, are you not here for your own game?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, but if Sari is like a legit, real good friend to Izzy, she would be like, you should use the veto on yourself if you win it.
She's not, though.
But she didn't say that. She was like, yeah, you're right. I think you're safe up there. Like, no need to worry.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, Jag talks to Cameron. I don't know why Cameron treats Jag so poorly, I feel like.
I feel like a lot of people treat Jag poorly.
That's so uncool.
Because he's a nice guy. He gets stepped on all over. But yeah, Jag is just relieved that he didn't go up on the block this time. And Cameron's all like, yeah, you're not my target. We have our deal.
Keep your mouth shut or...
I'll turn this bitch around.
That means the deal is over.
Yeah, he said if it gets back to him, he would put Jag up as their replacement nominee this week.
Well, we find out that Jag's final 2 is with Matt.
Whoa, I mean, it does bring you closer together when somebody saves you with a secret power.
It's the bros, man.
Yeah, so they came up with a little name for themselves, which I thought was kind of lame.
Well, they're big fans of the Hitmen. Blech.
Not Kyle from last season.
No.
Because the name of their alliance is the Minutemen. Yeah, but they were talking it up like we love
Maybe
the Hitmen, Derek and Cody.
They're ready at a minute's notice.
I think it was like
or they only
time's running out for other people.
Oh.
That's what they kind of implied, but...
They also have the handshake. Uh-huh.
I think that they are the even a broken clock can be right twice a day alliance. There's some bad reads, I gotta say. Some bad reads between these two.
Yeah. Alright, so Cameron and Jared have a meeting.
Oh, okay, Jared is like all over Cameron right now.
Because his mommy told him to.
Sari gave him an assignment. You need to get close to Cameron to make sure that I don't go up on the block.
So he's all like, oh, let's work together. And Cameron's only too happy to work with Jared. I don't know why.
Because he doesn't really have many choices at this point, and he's ready to bro out or bro down with Jared.
And Jared...
I'm going to bro up.
Yeah. Jared realizes that his mommy is in trouble.
Well, Cameron was all like, step 1, make everybody think that Blue and Jag are going up. Step 2, blah, blah, blah. He didn't say what the final step would be, but Jared could tell, like, my mom might be in trouble this week.
My mommy.
Yeah.
All right, so it's time to pick players for the veto. It was my favorite part of the week.
It was so funny, though, because everybody gets set up for the ceremony or whatever, and Izzy's waiting in the nominations chair, and Felicia is not there. Sofa. Yeah, so they're like, you sit over here. Oops.
You're nominated.
Yeah.
All right, well, Cameron's up first. Daddy Cameron.
No.
And he says, oh, I got mad.
Oh, one of the Minutemen.
Oh.
Okay. Felicia's up. Who'd she get? She hopes it's her son in the house. Jared, it is. Oh my goodness, what are the chances?
I feel like these chits have Braille on them and they're
I don't know.
Oh. All right, and then Iggy, house guest choice. What? I'm going to pick Jag.
Yeah, I mean, her strategy here, she just wants to make sure that Cameron and Felicia, neither of them win, right? Because Izzy wants these nominations to stay the same.
Right.
Even though she's the one on the block. So she figures Jag is a strong competitor. Mm-hmm. Let's get him in the mix.
Okay. All right. So Cirie and Izzy, they're all like, "Oh, you're so great. No, you're so great. No, you're so great. Oh, great."
It was a whole like, "You're the best. No, you're the best. You're amazing." They're pumping each other up.
Cirie feels like this was the best possible fit for her. That she was so lucky that she met her person.
Honestly, I do think that they have a great friendship, and I'm glad that they met each other on this show. Of course, Izzy's like obsessed with Cirie. I mean, you have to be to know that her son was Jared, like walking in. How else would she know that? But yeah, she's like very glad that somebody that she admired from TV lived up to or even exceeded her expectations.
Do you think that Izzy applied for Survivor and like they were like, "No,
we want you for this"? Yeah. It's definitely possible because we've seen that happen before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Mm-hmm. It's possible.
All right. Well, Izzy thinks that Cirie is the GOAT. Not the GOAT, the GOAT.
Not a goat, but
the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So it's time for the veto comp.
Okay.
We got a tie-in here. You got a special sneak peek at Buddy Game.
Whoa. Hosted by Josh Duhamel.
Hostaged by Josh Duhamel.
I mean, it did kind of seem like he was being held hostage the way he had to stay, like, up on the balcony.
Well, I think he just, like, "Don't cry for me, Argentina."
I think it was probably more of, like, a COVID safety thing.
Maybe. But he had to learn a few notes on that trumpet that he brought.
Yeah.
And
sounds like Good King Wenceslas or whatever.
Then I did it wrong. All right. Well, he's the host of the show.
Some of the house guests were pretty freaking pumped.
Like Cameron. Cameron is to Josh Duhamel as Izzy is to Cirie.
Maybe. I don't know. The dedication with Izzy
Daddy
and Cirie
wants to hang
is just
out
another
with
level.
Duhamel.
All right. Well, anyway, this is one of the favorites of every season, right? This is the Dirty Santa
Ballerina
competition and like a ballerina remix.
It's a combo. Dirty Santa ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
Santa. All right.
Santorino.
So it's played in rounds, and when you're eliminated from the rounds, you get a prize or a punishment.
Yes. And it was lowered down on a fishing pole. Because they were in the shape of a fish.
And he didn't want to come down and give it to them. And he didn't feel that it was proper to throw it at them.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, so, okay. You had to sit in this chair that was spinning like crazy.
That looked really like... bleh.
Yeah, for 30 seconds.
Would you have thrown up?
Possibly, yeah.
I think... it's more than a possibility.
I think I would have busted my ass. I don't know if I would have puked, but I would have felt like puking, and I would have fallen multiple times.
Yeah.
You would not be able to stand up.
I'm not saying I would.
No, I'm just saying
I would probably be worse than you.
I don't know. I think we'd both be crawling around.
I would have been worse than Felicia was.
Well, yeah, Felicia was having a really tough time with it. She took a few really hard falls.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Sweating profusely, too.
Yeah. But Izzy was the first one out.
Oh.
So her fish was the veto. But you know she's not going to hold on to that because other people are going to want that.
Yeah, they're going to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
So then Cameron got out next. And he got a Piggy Pals punishment.
Oh.
We don't know what that is yet.
Yeah, well, he decided, I don't want this. So he gave it to Izzy. And then he was holding the veto.
He effing stole it, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Felicia is a mess in the next round.
Oh, no.
She laid down on the ground. She was sweating. She was like
near fainting.
I'm dying. Please, someone, don't ignore me.
That was so sad and scary. I hate that. But luckily she was okay. She recovered.
She got her fish.
It
was for a European vacation,
oh.
And I think she perked up a little bit after that.
Yeah, but she was like, I can't hold on to this.
No.
Because she's up on the block, right? She goes for the veto.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that Cameron, gets the
Daddy's going back
European
to Europe.
vacation.
All right. So then Jared was eliminated on the next round.
I have to mention, too, every round, they had to sit in the chair longer.
Right.
And I think the chair was also spinning a little bit faster.
So, a little bit pukier, a little bit sicker.
Yeah.
So, Jared got kayak buddies.
It's the punishment.
Oh. So
Yeah.
he traded that for the veto.
I mean, he really wanted this veto because he wants to leave the nominations the same.
He wants to protect his mommy because he really effed up this week.
He doesn't want his mommy going up.
He wants to have one good thing that he did this week to report back to his mommy.
All right. Well, that means we are down to Jag and Matt in the final round.
That's right. And Jag was eliminated next. And his fish was $5,000.
Ooh.
He said, yes, I'll
take
keep
it.
So Matt won the Demel-a-Maniac.
Demel-a-Maniac.
And he got to hang out with Josh.
Well, the thing said, oh, you'll get to hang out with Josh all week.
Oh.
And Matt was like, oh, really? So you would think, like, the last person, like, the winner of the competition would go for the veto.
Uh-huh.
Or a prize, but Matt thought this was a prize. He thought he was actually going to be hanging out with the real life breathing Josh Duhamel.
But Josh Duhamel didn't even come downstairs.
No. So, yeah, he didn't realize that he was taking a punishment when he decided to stick with that one. Yikes. Oh, no.
Oh.
So that means
Jared keeps the veto.
Jared wins the veto, even though he was in the middle of the pack there, right?
Yeah.
He was the fourth one out.
All right, so now the punishment people get to pick who they're going to share their punishment
There were a couple
with.
of buddy ones here. So Izzy picks Cameron to be her piggy pal.
I'm surprised she didn't pick Sari.
Well, she wanted to punish Cameron, right? Plus, this was also going to keep him busy leading up to the POV ceremony, so he couldn't be doing that much scheming.
All right, well, Felicia picks Sari as her canoe buddy or kayak buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And Jared keeps the veto, and Matt...
He was like, I actually get to hang out with Josh, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you do.
We'll get there.
All right, so...
Let's talk about some of these punishments.
Sari and Felicia get called to the diary room, and they come out in their kayak outfits.
Mm-hmm.
They had the helmets on, the life jackets, the
Nice,
matching...
like, windbreaker type thing.
Yeah. And
a giant-ass kayak.
A Fred Flintstone kayak that was foot-powered.
Right.
And they had to treat it like they were actually paddling around throughout the house.
Yeah.
Like, they had to park it on the dock when they wanted to get out of it.
Right. It was quite cumbersome trying to maneuver around that house with that kayak.
Especially getting into the diary room.
Oh my god, that was hilarious though.
But they only have to do it for 48 hours. They don't have to do it for the entire week.
Yeah. Which is good news for Felicia and Sari because honestly, it stifled the game talk, right? They could not be in really any game talks.
Bad news for Sari's kidneys though because she's on liquid deprivation because she doesn't want to go to the bathroom so much.
That's a bummer.
With the kayak.
Yeah.
All right, so...
It seemed like they were making the best of it, though.
Yeah. Matt was called into the diary room next.
Oh. He's the Duhamel maniac.
He got his Duhamel cutout.
Cardboard cutout.
Was it cardboard, though?
I
think it was more... I don't know.
Wow, what'd you think it was?
I don't know, because it had like a wooden thing on the back that he was holding, so I don't know.
I feel like
Maybe
that'd be so heavy.
Was a super light, like...
Balsa wood?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just assumed it was cardboard.
He was also dressed like a lumberjack with, it looked like they made those in a lady's tights, too.
Yeah. It was a skimpy little outfit for him.
Yeah, it was very skimpy.
So yeah, he had to carry that cutout all around the house with him wherever he went.
And take selfies with it.
Yes, whenever Big Brother prompted him, he had to take a photo with Josh and whoever else.
Well, it said a selfie, and somebody should explain to Big Brother that a selfie means that you hold the camera, because otherwise it's just a picture.
Yeah.
All right. So
he was even woken up like in the middle of the night.
He even toileted Josh Duhamel.
He shaved him.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing. I think he had a lot of fun with it. And it's still going. This one I thought was only 48 hours, but it's longer.
No, it's the whole week, I think. All right. Then Jared and Cameron
All right.
are hanging out.
Now that Jared has the power of veto, he wants to know for sure what Cameron's plan is.
Mm-hmm.
So Cameron's like, hey, you want to like F some more S up? Like, what are we doing here? Let's
FSU?
drop some more grenades.
And Jared's like,
What's the plan? And they went back and forth like this for a
whose name's
bit.
on these grenades?
Yeah. So eventually, Cameron says he would want Jared to use the veto on Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would put up Suri next to Izzy.
Oh.
Gulp. But he would still want Izzy to be the one to leave this week.
Oh, my. Well, that made Jared pee his pants a little bit.
Can't have that, right? So Jared's like, yeah, I don't know about that. He was trying to play it off like Suri would go home against Izzy.
So he's like, well, if I put up Jag, would you use the veto?
And Cameron was admitting in the diary room, hey, if Jared did use the veto,
I'd probably put up Suri.
Be very tempting to fill that empty seat with Suri.
All right, well...
Can you imagine if that actually happened?
That would have been amazing. I would have loved it.
Yeah, it would have been wild.
So it's time for Izzy to hang out with Cameron in
man.
their piggy pal suits.
Piggy pals!
So they had on these pig pajamas.
This is like a double punishment, because they have to wear those outfits for the whole week.
Right.
But they also had a task to complete.
They had to move, I can't remember how much dirt, but it was
2,000 cups worth of
2,000 cups worth of dirt in 12 hours.
Oh!
Or, if they didn't complete the task, Izzy was not going to be able to play in next week's veto comp.
That sucks. So, of course, Cameron is not a big fan of Izzy.
Right.
In the game, he says. But, you know, he really respects her as a person, and he put in the effort to make sure that she completed the task.
Even though he wants her to go home.
And he said, I'm going to send her to Julie in that pig costume.
Oh. Let's be pigs.
Whoa.
All right. Matt pooped out a 10 on the stinkometer.
There was this whole, like, stretch of time where, like, all these punishments from the Humiliverse were overlapping. Mm-hmm. Like, you got the piggies moving the dirt. You've got Suri and Felicia in the kayak. Mm-hmm. You've got Matt taking selfies. So then he did the stinkometer. Everybody had to put on their gas masks, including
and then take
all
a selfie.
Yeah, including all the people doing the punishments.
And Josh Duhamel.
It was a lot, all at once.
It is a punishment for Josh too.
Yeah. I was enjoying it though. I thought it was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I really miss the old school unitards. And we need those back.
Yeah.
All right, so Corey in America. She wants some action.
This showmance is blossoming.
Touch me. She wants to be dirty with Corey.
And he's like, my mommy's watching.
I mean...
I do actually like these two together.
I'm afraid that he is just so naive and so young and...
It seems like she's genuinely into him, though. It seems like it's
Yeah.
genuine on both ends. Like,
Right.
I'm rooting for them. I think it's great.
Well, she had to practically, like, friggin' beg him to finally kiss her. I mean, they're sleeping in the same bed, and he wouldn't even kiss her.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was Corey's first kiss. I mean, I don't know. He didn't say, but, like, I wouldn't be surprised, because she did tell people later, like, it wasn't good. But, yeah. It makes me think of Arrested Development with George Michael and the, like, diagram of with the teeth.
Yeah. All right, well, Izzy is tired of listening to Cameron, so she's going to give him his energy vampire treatment
during
back.
This Piggy Pal's punishment, right? She's got him to herself during this. And she was all like, so the East River
she drained
New
him.
York.
She drained him.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
I mean, does he not drain everybody else the same way?
Yes, Daddy. All right, so...
They did end up finishing the punishment with, like, hours to spare. They were way ahead of schedule, yes.
He was probably running away from her.
I don't know.
So after they finished the punishment...
Oh, this was nasty.
That wasn't enough. They had to get the hose out, fill up the mud thing with some water to turn the dirt into mud and wallow around in the mud in their Piggy Pal costumes. And they had multiple Piggy Pal costume changes so they can do it all week.
No, they were just doing it that one time.
Oh.
They took the dirt away.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they gave them the costume changes so they didn't have to wear the same muddy one, like, for the whole week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nasty if they had to keep doing that.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
No.
All right, so Jared, he can't speak to his mommy alone because they're in the
She's in the kayak with Felicia.
So
Felicia.
He has to tell both of them that
he doesn't want to use the veto.
Yeah.
This is awkward because...
Well, he says that Cameron wants him to use the veto.
This is awkward.
But he doesn't want to.
Jared had told Felicia before the competition, if I win, I would love to use it on you. I'd love to take you off the block. And now he's backtracking because he knows if Felicia were to come down, his real mom would go likely go up.
Yeah.
So what they also didn't show on this episode was the nastiness of Cameron and Jared acting like Jared was going to use the veto.
Right.
To try and cause a lot of chaos and freak people out.
Especially where Jag is concerned.
They were laughing about how nervous Jag and Corey were getting, and it was just like the funniest thing ever. It just felt really gross how they were like toying with people like that when they knew that Jared wasn't going to use the veto. I didn't like it.
I didn't either.
But yeah, anyway, they didn't show any of that, which is crazy because it was a 2-hour episode, but whatever.
All right, so yeah. So, Sari thinks that she's going to go up if Jared uses the veto.
I mean, she's right.
Felicia just wants to get her ass off the block.
Yeah.
But it's probably not going to happen.
I mean, Felicia considers Jared her son in the house, but what she doesn't realize is that Jared is Sari's actual son in real life.
Yes. So, wow, it's time for the veto meeting already. It's only been 2 hours.
Yeah.
All right, well, Jared doesn't use the veto. Wah, wah. But we already knew that. Mm-hmm. And Felicia is ready to put in the work. She's ready to have them believe her that she wants to stay.
She said she's ready to have all the conversations, right?
Do all the things.
Yeah. Well, Izzy is just relieved that Sari is not going to be going up on the block this week.
Oh my God, I can sleep tonight.
Girl, you should think about yourself here.
Well, Cameron still wants Izzy out.
Yeah, and he's going to keep working until it happens.
And tomorrow is the wall. Yes, yes.
I'm so excited.
Scream now.
Wall comp.
Munch.
What?
You know. The
Okay, I was worried.
Yeah.
Yes, the scream.
Yes.
So, let us know your thoughts on this episode in the comments. I'm telling you, tomorrow night's episode is gonna be wild, so I hope you're prepared.
The episode and the feeds after the episode.
Yeah.
How long do you think they're gonna go this time?
The wall, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's gonna be anywhere near as long as pressure cooker because that physical element is very demanding.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll be a good comp because I think a lot of people are really gonna want to go for it.
I mean, I think it might go a few hours.
I think it'll go a few hours, but not like 14. No, not the wall.
All right.
Watch, they'll do like 15 hours.
No!
But anyway, thank you all so much for being here. We will see you next time, and until then, much love.